I was saying I think this might be the best one we've done. It's well maintained, it's always covered, it's well marked, and it's a loop.
But we are today checking out Losco Park. So everyone's always looking for great places to hike and convenient places. One thing that's convenient for a lot of people is having a bathroom nearby, especially as you become an older man or older woman. Present company excluded, of course. As the crow flies, if we just go east over a bunch of trees, you'll get over to like the Avenues area. And so this is kind of like the eastern side of Mandarin. And yeah, a lot of like neighborhoods right by around here. There's soccer fields, it's all kinds of stuff. And then over here, you see we got the, I don't think I need to turn this around, but you got the 3 maps. And so you got probably over 3 miles of hiking trails right here. There is a whole park right around here. There's a splash pad for the kiddos. There are bathrooms, as I mentioned. There's like soccer fields, all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna go check out this park here, the hiking part of it, and we'll show you some different spots along the trail. So it is about 9 a.m. and we were just talking about, we both love hiking, but here in Florida, especially, what are we now, at the end of May, almost into June. Well, let's not rush it, we got another week. We really prefer to go earlier in the morning. So it's about 9 a.m. right now, and the sun is still pretty high. We can still feel some humidity, but we've got some decent shade as we're going through here, as you can see. So later this afternoon, I'm guessing it's going to be, 85 pushing 90 degrees, and this 5K hike is going to be a lot less appealing, yeah, edifying at that time of day.
Life-giving.
So, life-giving, exactly. It's a little bit more life-stealing at that point. So there are 3 trails here. There's a red, white, and blue. So I guess it's Memorial Day. It's a good day for some red, white, and blue. But there's also, pretty well marked, at least so far. We'll see. There's one that hits all 3. It says it's 5K, so there's a 5K trail. That's what we're doing right now. It's like a lot of trails here in the Jacksonville area. The ground is really, it's sort of a sandy base, but then you got the pine needles and various foliage and things like that that have fallen down over top. So it's pretty cushioned. I'm not sure what it would be like to try and bike on. There are, it's pretty typical for around here. You got a lot of roots, so you gotta watch your step a little bit, but definitely a super easy trail, no real elevation to speak of. It's nice and well maintained, and we love that they're giving us directions for the 5K loop. Sometimes you gotta look at a map and piece it all together and figure out where you are in each spot. It's kind of nice. We just hit the 5K and just keep following that arrow. So still smells good.
Yeah. Doesn't smell like wet basement yet.
Yeah, give it a few more weeks or maybe a month. And what is it Robert California says?
Florida is the basement of America.
America's basement. It gets a little musty.
Weird bugs.
Yeah, but generally speaking, hiking earlier in the day, even a little earlier than we are today, is pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
But there are mornings, starting to get there, where your house is nice and air conditioned, and then you walk outside and you just get hit with a hug from a warm, wet blanket.
Is it a hug or is it more like suffocating?
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah.
Probably not today because it's still pretty early in the morning. But one of the reasons we like to find hikes that are more central in Jacksonville is because in afternoon hikes, one of our favorite things to do is, what do we like to go get after hiking?
Soft serve.
We like to go get soft serve. So to find a Dairy Queen or a Jeremiah's Ice or a Rita's or a place with good soft serve ice cream, being right here, like, you've got a lot of options for post-hike indulgences. But again, being 9:30 in the morning, I don't know if we're About to go get soft serve after, but hey, you never know. And if you're new to all things in my world, this is my wife, AM, also Anne-Marie, call her AM. And I just want to say, she had a total knee like 10 weeks ago, and she is hiking like a champ. So super proud of her. You're amazing.
Thank you.
There's not too many long Florida hikes where you don't have at least one bridge to go over. A lot of swampy areas, so I love it. I love having these little bridges. Sometimes there's no sides on them, just a boardwalk over the water, but yeah, we're in Florida, so you could have a lot of swampiness in the woods. These trails are super well maintained. I don't know what goes into maintenance of a trail, but they're very clear. So the blue trail here is definitely a little more narrow, more branches and vines and things coming, encroaching into the path. Again, still easy trail, nothing difficult, but a little tighter, more narrow, but also kind of cooler. So one thing you'll notice if you're quiet and just listen, I-95, the highway is not too far from here, so you can definitely hear some traffic noise. So if you're looking for perfect silence and tranquility, this probably isn't it. It's the trade-off, right? You've got something that's in the middle of everything, then you're gonna have some noise encroaching in. You gotta drive quite a bit further out to get the more just silent, just bird noises, just that peaceful vibe. But unless you're listening for it, you don't really, I didn't notice it till right about now. Maybe the trail's passing a little bit closer to the highway right now. But anyways, figured I'd point that out. You can see like some of these trails towards the exit here go right through the back of a neighborhood, through some people's backyards. But we're gonna stick here on the blue trail and get back to the, well, we're on that 5K loop here. But there are houses like just over there. And so quite a ways over that way, you've got Walmart and the Avenues Mall and that sort of that whole area. And of course, as you can still probably hear, I-95. So that got me thinking, how much of a draw would that be for you to live in a neighborhood? What if your backyard was like right against nature trails, so you'd have super easy access, and you'd also though have to deal with hikers walking through, sort of walking by your backyard, so you lose some privacy but have convenience to have like a whole network of trails. If that was the trade-off, and I know there's always options, just live further in the neighborhood and you have access to both, some privacy and trails. But if a house did back up to trails, would that be a deal breaker for you, or would that actually be something that you would like to have, or you sort of neutral on it? What are your thoughts on that?
What?
Backing up to a trail, losing some privacy if hikers are walking by, but you have access to.
I think if we lived in the mountains, it would be pretty amazing. I don't know about more Florida.
Fair.
But
fair enough. Would you hike a lot more in the mountains than Florida?
Yes.
In July?
Yes.
As we're heading back out, there are lots of well-marked exit signs. All right, so Anne-Marie has some thoughts on this trail for Jacksonville trails. What were you just saying?
I was saying I think this might be the best one we've done. It's well maintained, it's always covered, it's well marked, and it's a loop.
Yeah, we like loops. It's nothing like going in and back. It's fine, but there's something nice about not retracing your steps and doing a loop. So AM definitely gives this one thumbs up for stuff that's especially right here in the middle of Jacksonville area. This is kind of cool. The bark's all stripped off from the top. You see where the weather's hitting it, it's all nice and clean. And then there's a little bit of remnant here, and then come down to the ground, it's just bark all over the ground. And that, my friends, is why you want to keep a termite bond on your house. And I honestly don't know if that was termite damage or not. I'm not an expert on those things, but we do have termites, and you don't want the inside of your house to look like that. And here we're heading back to the trailhead in the parking. After 5K, my watch says 3 miles, so just under 5K, according to my watch at least. And we did it in 83 minutes just about, which is pretty darn good, especially with brand new knee AM back there. She's a champ. But yeah, trailhead, you see the address right here, 851 Hood Road in Jacksonville, just on the east side of Mandarin. So on our way out, Anne-Marie asked, home or brunch? And is the answer ever not brunch?